So, the weekend after Capri and the Amalfi Coast, my roommates and I decided to take a trip, the six of us, to Pisa and Cinque Terre. And so we hopped on a train, and uh, the train station is actually right near our apartment in Florence, which was really nice. And we hopped on the train to Pisa and got off and went to see the Leaning Tower, of course, and took a bunch of photos with that. Um, so here's me, and I was pretty much the official photographer of this trip, so I have a bunch of my roommates posing with the Leaning Tower, and we had a lot of fun with it. It was actually, we took a ton of pictures, and some of them came out really goofy, but these are the ones that came out pretty good. We did hugging photos, which I thought was pretty funny. We started to get really good at it actually, but so yeah, took a bunch of photos with the tower. This next one is one of me and all my roommates under the tower. But it was kind of cloudy that day, but the sun started to come up. We were there early in the morning, around 10 a.m. I think we got there, and we went to get an early lunch slash breakfast, and then we just took photos in Pisa for about an hour or so. And here's me again, leaning on the tower, different angle. And we also just kind of were relaxing and resting in the grass, and then we decided to do like cheerleading moves. So we made a human pyramid, which was funny. But yeah, we had a lot of fun just goofing around. So then we hopped back on the train and took the train to Cinque Terre, which was really cool. It was a really gorgeous place. It has 5 different towns, and so you take a train and then you take a bus from the train station to actually no, you take another train from the train station to the first town, and then each of the towns are linked by hike. You can go on hikes in between them, or you can just take a little train that goes in between all of them. We took the train. We hiked um, one of the between two of the towns, and we wanted to go on another hike that was like an hour and a half long, but we ended up not because we ran out of time. We were only there for the day. But there's me and all my roommates hanging out, and it was a little cloudy that day, but it did get better as the day went on. So we were excited because we brought our bathing suits and we wanted to go to the beach at some point. But yeah, so the first little hike we did was called the Lovers Walk, and it was between, I believe, Rio Maggiore and Manarola, which are the first two towns. And the water there was amazing. It was so blue, and just seeing it with all the waves against the cliffs was just really pretty. But the Lovers Walk was cute. There were lots of couples on it, so we were the few uh, groups, I guess, that were doing it together. But there also were the thing that the lovers do there is you take a padlock or some kind of lock, and they would lock it in certain areas of the walk, and it symbolized, their love, unbreakable love, and it was there forever. This is pretty cute. But yeah, there's my roommates looking over at the view. Very beautiful. And here's a little statue area that symbolized the lovers, which is cute. Um, and there were also, let's see, lots of written messages in certain areas, and it was very cute. People from all over the world came to go on the Lovers Walk, and so you saw different languages with the locks and people's names on them. But there's me and my roommate, Jacqueline, walking hand in hand. pretending to be lovers. And so yeah, after the Lovers Walk, we took a train, which is you can see in this picture, really close to the water. Beautiful, beautiful view. We took a train from Manarola to Cornilla, which was the next town over, and then from Cornilla we hiked between there and Vernazza, which was the next town. Um, and then we tried to find the beach, and we found the beach, except it was through this cave that we had to go to, which apparently was like 1.2 or 1.4 kilometers long, which is like around a mile or so, and um, it was really sketchy, but the book said that's where the beach was, so we went through this really dark cave, and this guy was actually walking through at the same time we were, and he like had a flashlight because he knew, I guess he was a local or something, and we did not have flashlights, so we were using our camera lights and phone lights to try and illuminate the way. So there's the guy on the left with his flashlight, and we were trying to follow him in so we could follow his light too, but he walked pretty fast. So it was really scary. Pitch black for about a mile, and we were all holding hands, like freaking out, but we finally made it. Light at the end of the tunnel, you know, cliche saying, but so true. Once we started seeing light, we actually started running because we were getting freaked out. But we made it, and um, there was like a bunch of weird stuff at the end of it, but we survived. And the downside was we found out later that we had to go back through the tunnel. We couldn't go to the next town from there. You literally had to walk back in order to get back into town. So we had to do that all over again. But we found the beach, finally, which we were looking for. And so you had to hike down the cliff a little bit to get to the beach. And the beach was like really rocky, you know, as it usually is in Italy. Um, but it was a lot of fun, and we like went out, went swimming, and just had a great time. So there's the beach view of it. It was beautiful. We hung out there for the rest of the day, and then we went into town and had dinner and got back on the train and went back to Florence. So yeah, that's our day in Pisa and Cinque Terre, and it was a great time, me and my roommates. So yeah, and then the next day we just did homework and stuff, but I'll update you for next weekend.